All right, Zath, welcome to Hotspot.
Welcome
Why don't
to
you
the
talk to
land
me
of
about-
cruisers.
Indeed. Why don't you talk to me about this beautiful pink JFK team I'm looking at?
Yep. They're still repping the pink, so
Mhm.
cool. JFK and KSM are tied up, so this is game 3, and we have Holch in a Moskva with unique upgrade, Yorn in another Moskva with unique upgrade. Pretty much what you'd expect to see for Moskvas. And speaking of Moskvas, there's another one, and that would be Badmiral Numbnuts. Oh, wait, there's another one. That would be Ron James Dio in another unique upgrade Moskva. And then you've got BP Fresh and unique upgrade Hound Lu saying, let me stick in between all of you guys because look, there's Goon in another Moskva. Unique upgrade. And then Mako in a Hound Lu with unique upgrade. Getting the feeling here, this is all about unique upgrades. And then there's of all ships, a Republic. Interesting choice. In typical I want to live build with Honore for buffed Turret Traverse and Adrenaline Rush. And then you've got Navy Cadet in a Loria. And nothing special about his build, really.
Nope, typical survivability build. Now, Zath, as I look over the KSM lineup, I gotta say, if I am Paranoid's Yang, I am quite paranoid.
Yeah.
This man is the only destroyer on the entire board. The only one. He's it. Numero uno, first and last. Running a fairly heavy torpedo build, Yu Yang there. No radar, but smoke, which, okay, works. I mean, why, with this many cruisers in the game, who needs radar, right? You got all why bring radar on your destroyer? He is fronted his fellow teammates. We've got Malikin's Henri headed to the 10 line, headed towards the decap, along with Jinxi's Moskva, unique upgrade, backed up by Swag's Montana, much more of a survivability build. The other 5 ships on his team, that's Knight's Salem, John's Ruggiero de Loria, Snob's Moskva with a unique upgrade, Ganser's Henri, and Moko's Henri, all headed towards the A, B flank. Quick as you can, please.
Yep. We've seen this before.
Maybe
We'll
you
see.
have. This is going to be wild, right? These teams are taking radically different approaches to this map right now. You can just see it.
It's gonna be interesting. That is
So you've got just a tremendous amount of firepower from JFK hanging around the decap. You've got this whole echelon heading that you have to assume they're going to grab B and then move directly into A. The Yang's going to grab C while these guys here are going to absolutely have to retreat somehow in order for this to all work.
Meanwhile, that Yu Yang that was paranoid has managed to cap C with like
He has grabbed C.
nobody around him. Like, just,
Yep.
do the thing and then you're okay.
So
all right.
you've seen this is my first time seeing this particular configuration of Hotspot. You have seen this on other days, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and it
Have you
typically involves
Go ahead.
it typically involves either hard pushing B to A or hard pushing like kind of like middle C to B. Rarely do we see teams really, really honest and truly hard push D the way that JFK is doing it right now. Rarely do we ever see this happen.
So my question is, basically JFK running a destroyerless lineup. Has that something that you have seen previously, right? Like in other iterations of this map?
I'm trying to think. Maybe once. Usually it's the opposite. Usually you see more destroyers because they all try to go to C. They all try to murderize each other at sea. It becomes a massive bloodbath, and everybody else is just screaming at their teammates like, "Do the thing!" So
Yeah.
This is a bit of an oddball because of that, I'd say.
Yeah.
Also because look at where JFK is pushing. They're like, yeah, they won't think to look for us here. And
Well,
Malikin, quite low already.
Malikin kind of bore the brunt of the 5-on-1 that he found himself in as he approached the decap earlier. Now sort of lurking back here, unspotted at the moment. Picking up another heal. Trying to look for a target of opportunity. Sort of has one with the Howden Liu, but he's not going to take it. HE going downrange on Holsch's Moskva instead. Paranoid's Yang dumping his deep water torpedoes over towards the 9-10 line, trying and slow this push down somehow.
You know, yeah, they called him back after everything.
I like it.
It's fine. It makes sense. I almost wish he would have just pushed through to the backfield to completely spot what's going on for everybody, but that's all right. Howden Lu is going to take these torpedoes. He does not have hydro available. Wait. He's going to find a convenient Howden Lu-sized gap between both of them, Raptor.
Well, Holsch's Moskva is going to have to make some uncomfortable choices now, because if he doesn't make a move and he's going to take some torpedoes, it looks like he's going to turn in and rely on Swag's guns being on reload. They aren't. Swag's going to get the salvo down range. Is it going to be the big hit he needs? He overletted a smidge.
Oh!
But it's enough. Holsch, that's about a 39 or 40,000 point salvo on the broadside Moskva. Holsch clinging to life on 800 health with his next heal 3 seconds away. Are they going to arrive in time? Shells coming in. They do. Just in time, the Henri gets an AP pen through his deck.
Wow.
The power of teamwork, ladies and gentlemen. The torpedoes forced the turn.
Yeah.
Montana was ready.
So the Yu Yang torpedoes, though missing their the initial target, still managed to impact that game.
Still having an
fantastic.
Still having an impact. I love Yang. She's such a good boat.
Oh yeah, I ranked out in her once. Good times.
Speaking of Ruggiero de Loria, Navy cadet over here trying to hold the back door closed at A, not having much luck with it, getting absolutely mercilessly beat up by these two Henris on the one line. Succeeding so far, but you have to wonder how long that's going to last. It takes a while. JFK finally does convert the decap.
Yeah, they paid a pretty hefty price for that decap, though.
They did indeed. They lost an entire Moskva for it, and they're
almost
already
another
nearly 300 points down in a game that's only 7 minutes old.
Yep. However, they're also going to lose their Aloria.
They are going to lose the Ruggiero. It's only a matter of time. It's a question of how much damage he does on his way off the board. He's going to get pushed here. The Henris are burning him out. He may not even survive. Okay, he's not.
Nope.
The Moskva's going to punch him out right around the time the Salem rounds the headland. And so the B to A push, much more successful for KSM. Although now the D push starting to bear some fruit for JFK as they're the double Howden Lus here wandering into the C cap. Paranoid opening fire with his gun zap.
He's going for resets.
Yeah, but I feel like this is dicey at best.
He's smoke build.
Yeah, but once he smokes, who can spot those guys?
Very good dodge by BP Fresh there.
Yep, solid dodge by BP.
So I think
BP's the one who's going to have all the cap points.
Yep. So I think what's going to happen is, nope, never mind. I thought Paranoid was going to back out of this or keep pushing out of the smoke and shoot BP in the face, but he didn't do that. Continuing to get resets, though.
But he's only getting resets on Mako. He's not getting resets on BP.
Yep.
And BP's going to be the one who ends up with the lion's share of the cap points there. John's Loria struggling a bit here. Down under 21,000 HP and falling. Well, no, there he goes, ticking through a heal now. Trying to focus out the JFK ships at the top of the board, Ron James and Yorn's Moskva.
He's got to be careful because if he pops out in front of the Howden Lus, he's broadside, and that's a problem. You can see he's already slowing down, but
he's about to get triple bombed from the Howden Lus in the middle of the board.
Yep, coming
because he's
through
basically
the volcano
stationary.
Smoke.
Yep.
Nice hit.
Takes a solid hit with 2 fires to go with it. His DCP is 40 seconds away. His heal is 70. That will probably be the end of that particular battleship.
What else up there? There we go with more.
Oon's Moskva over on the 10 line, looking rough. 1,100 HP with shells going in.
And there he goes.
There's the Loria, but they do bag Goon. So no actual points advance for JFK. Still down 2 ships. You know what I love about what these guys have done, Zath, with this kiting flank at D? They've left the Montana in the corner up against the map edge, which severely restricts restricts what the cruisers could do, right? The Montana over here.
Yep. As he takes down, or Moskva takes down Badmiral Numbnuts. And I just love watching these air-launched Dutch ovens coming right through the volcano smoke. Look at this. Right through the volcano. Like, that just looks cool.
It does look actually pretty cool. It's now a 3-ship
Sauron
lead.
attacks.
A 3-ship lead for KSM. They're 90 seconds from a win here in this decisive Game 3, trying to get to the winner's bracket final.
Lose. It does have defensive anti-air.
Right through the middle of the board. They're going to have to do something now. They lose Ron James finally.
All that's left is that Republic saying, "My cruisers, man, what up?"
More torpedoes on the broadside. Mako's got the hydro ticking. BP's going to see him and try to turn. He's probably got a gap there between... no, he's going to take one in the stern.
And then meanwhile...
And Mako just going to take just one, just plowing through it.
Yep. And Henri.
And out. And that's the game. Wow. Solidly executed from KSM Zath. They went in with a plan. They rush to the A-B flank. They get there. They make it work. And they go home with a win.
That they do, Raptor. That was a fantastic game by both players, both teams. And I got to say, very impressive plays by KSM. Now I can kind of get an idea of how they beat their friends KSC earlier.
There we go. I didn't get the score right.
Yes.
Woo! All right. Well, we know at least one of the teams now that's going to be in the winner's bracket final tomorrow. Or actually, are they doing the winner's bracket final?
Tomorrow.
That'll be today. That'll be today, actually. Won't it be?
Winner's bracket finals tomorrow. We start with that tomorrow.
Okay. Got it.
So, for example, we can sign. They already put up sign up, so we can put ourselves in the winners bracket finals tomorrow. I assume you want to do that, and not the losers bracket stuff tomorrow, right?
We'll talk about it after tonight. I'm not going to make any decisions right now. I'm focused on let's get the last match covered, and then we'll figure it out, right?
Fair.
All right. So we know we're going back to the losers bracket. You and I had signed up for the game that ended up being 3K and bonks, right? Or
3X WD and bonks, correct?
3X and bonks. All right, so this is going to be 3X and bonks.